Hey, put your phone down for a second.
What? I wasn't. Okay, fine, I was scrolling.
I knew it. Simon, we hadn't even started yet.
I know, I just picked it up for 1 second and then somehow 10 minutes passed.
And that, right there, is exactly what we are talking about today.
Oh, wow, called out before the intro even finished.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I am your host, Mia.
And I am Simon, and today we are talking about something that every single person listening right now has experienced. Probably today, probably in the last hour.
Why you can't stop scrolling.
The most relatable topic we have ever done, honestly.
So relatable. And this is not just about phones or social media. This goes much deeper than that. And by the end of this episode, you are going to understand something about your own brain that nobody ever explained to you before.
And hey, if you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button right now and the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. We post every single day.
Okay, let's get into it. Simon, be honest with me. How many times do you think you pick up your phone every single day?
Honestly, maybe like 20 times?
The average person picks up their phone 96 times a day.
96?
96. That is once every 10 minutes if you are awake for 16 hours.
That is... Okay, that is actually insane. That means I am probably way more than 20 then.
Most of us are. And here's the thing. We pick it up without even deciding to. It just happens. Like our hand moves on its own.
Yes, I will be doing something completely fine, and then suddenly, my phone is in my hand and I have no memory of picking it up.
And most people look at that and think, I have no self-control. I'm weak, I'm addicted, and it is my fault.
I have definitely thought that about myself.
But here's the truth that changes everything. It is not your fault. You are not weak. You are not lazy. You are not broken.
Wait, really?
Really? Because what most people do not know is this. Your phone is not just a tool, it's a product. And that product was designed by some of the smartest people in the world with one single goal.
What goal?
To keep you on it as long as possible.
Like, deliberately designed to be hard to put down.
Deliberately, intentionally, with billions of dollars of research behind it. The apps on your phone, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything, they have entire teams of engineers and psychologists whose only job is to figure out how to keep you scrolling.
Psychologists? Like people who study the human brain?
People who study the human brain. They study what makes you click, what makes you stay, what makes you come back, and they use that knowledge to design every single feature of these apps.
So we're basically going up against a billion-dollar machine every time we try to put our phone down.
Every single time. And we wonder why we lose.
That actually makes me feel so much better. And also kind of angry.
Both feelings are completely valid, because here's the thing. The first step to fixing any problem is understanding it, and understanding that this is not about your willpower, it's about design. That changes everything.
So it's not me versus my laziness. It's me versus a machine built to beat me.
A very smart, very expensive machine. And in the next part, we talk about exactly how that machine works inside your brain.
I want to know everything.
Trust me, once you understand this, you will never look at your phone the same way again.
Okay, now I'm actually scared.
Good. Stay with us. Simon, have you ever heard of something called dopamine?
Dopamine, yeah. It is like the happy chemical in your brain, right?
Exactly. It is the chemical your brain releases when something good happens. When you eat something delicious, dopamine. When you get a hug from someone you love, dopamine. When you achieve something you worked hard for, dopamine.
So it is basically your brain saying, yes, that was good, do that again.
Exactly that. It's your brain's reward system, and it's incredibly powerful because whatever gives you dopamine, your brain wants more of it, constantly.
Okay, and what does this have to do with scrolling?
Everything. Because every single time you get a notification, dopamine. Every time someone likes your photo, dopamine. Every time you see something funny or surprising or interesting while scrolling, dopamine.
So my phone is basically giving my brain little rewards constantly.
Constantly. And here's the really clever part. These apps do not give you dopamine every single time. Sometimes you scroll and nothing interesting happens. Sometimes you post something and get very few likes. Sometimes you check your phone and there's nothing new.
And that's actually more addictive?
So much more addictive. And there's a name for this. It's called a variable reward system, and it's the exact same system used in slot machines in casinos.
Wait, my phone works like a slot machine?
Exactly like a slot machine. Think about it. When you pull a slot machine lever, sometimes you win, sometimes you do not. And that unpredictability, that not knowing what you will get, is what makes it impossible to stop.
Because maybe the next poll will be the big win.
Maybe the next scroll will be the funny video. Maybe the next check will have 20 new likes. Maybe the next notification will be something exciting. Your brain cannot resist finding out.
So every time I scroll down, I'm basically pulling a slot machine lever.
Every single time. And the app knows this. That's why the feed never ends. That's why there's always more content. Because the moment the content stops, the spell breaks. You put the phone down.
So they make it infinite on purpose.
On purpose. Infinite scroll was literally invented to remove the natural stopping point. Before infinite scroll, you would reach the bottom of a page and stop. But now, there is no bottom.
There is no bottom. Wow, that's actually kind of dark.
It's very intentional, and there's one more thing these apps do to your brain that's even more powerful than dopamine.
More powerful than dopamine.
They trigger your deepest social instincts. Because humans are social creatures, Simon. We are wired, deeply wired, to care about what other people think of us, to want to belong, to want to be liked and accepted.
And social media is basically one giant machine that presses that button constantly.
Constantly. How many likes did I get? Who viewed my story? Did anyone comment? These are not just casual questions. Your brain treats them like survival information. Like, am I accepted? Am I part of the group?
So checking social media feels urgent, even when it's not.
Feels like a need, not a want. And that's exactly why putting the phone down feels so hard. You're not fighting laziness. You're fighting millions of years of human social wiring combined with billion-dollar technology designed to exploit it.
Okay, I feel simultaneously more aware and more hopeless.
Don't be hopeless, because awareness is power. And in the next part, we talk about what this constant scrolling is actually doing to your life.
I have a feeling this part is going to hurt a little.
Just a little, but you need to hear it.
Okay, ready.
Simon, I want to do a little math with you.
Oh no, I was not good at math in school.
Simple math, promise. So, the average person spends about 4 hours a day on their phone, mostly scrolling.
4 hours. Okay.
4 hours a day, 7 days a week. That is 28 hours a week.
That is more than a full day every single week.
Every single week. And in a year, that is over 60 days, 2 full months of your life every year, just scrolling.
2 months. Just gone.
Just gone. And here's the question. What could you do with 2 months? 2 whole months of time, energy, and focus?
You could learn a new language, start a business, write a book, get incredibly fit.
Any of those things. All of those things. And instead, that time is going into watching other people live their lives on a screen.
That is actually really painful to think about.
But it gets deeper than just time because scrolling is not just stealing your hours, it is stealing something much more important.
What is that?
Your attention. And Simon, attention is everything. It is the most valuable thing you have because whatever you give your attention to, that is what your life becomes. That is what grows. That is what matters to you.
So if I'm giving most of my attention to a screen,
Your screen becomes your life, not your goals, not your relationships, not your dreams, your screen.
that is actually terrifying.
And there's something else scrolling steals, something people almost never talk about.
What?
Your ability to be bored.
Wait, being bored is a good thing?
Being bored is an incredibly important thing because boredom is not empty, Simon. Boredom is actually where your best ideas come from, where creativity lives, where your brain finally gets quiet enough to think deeply.
Like those moments in the shower when you suddenly have an amazing idea.
Exactly. The shower is one of the last places where we are not on our phones. And that's why so many good ideas happen there. Because your brain finally has space to breathe, space to wander, space to connect ideas in new ways.
But now, the moment we feel even slightly bored, we immediately grab our phone.
Immediately, we have become completely intolerant of boredom, of silence, of doing nothing. And by removing all boredom from our lives, we accidentally removed all the space where creativity and deep thinking used to live.
So we're actually getting less creative because of our phones.
Less creative, less focused, less able to think deeply for long periods of time, because scrolling trains your brain to expect constant stimulation, fast-moving content, new thing every 3 seconds, and after enough of that, sitting down to focus on one thing for 30 minutes feels almost impossible.
Which explains why I cannot read a book for more than 10 minutes without wanting to check my phone.
Which explains exactly that. Your attention span has been shortened by constant scrolling, and a short attention span in a world that rewards deep, focused work is a massive disadvantage.
So scrolling is making us worse at the things that actually matter.
Worse at focusing, worse at creating, worse at being present with the people we love. Because even when we put the phone down, part of our brain is still thinking about it, still waiting for the next notification.
Like a background noise that never fully turns off.
A background noise that never fully turns off, and that constant low-level distraction, it costs you more than you realize, every single day.
Okay, I am fully uncomfortable now. In the best way.
Good, because discomfort is the beginning of change. And in the next part, we talk about why even when we know all of this, we still cannot stop.
Because knowing is not enough, apparently.
Knowing is almost never enough, and that's exactly what makes this so interesting.
Okay, I need to hear this.
Simon, honest question.
Always honest with you, Mia, unfortunately.
Before this episode, did you already know that scrolling too much was bad for you?
Yeah, of course. Everyone knows that.
And did knowing that stop you from scrolling?
No, not even a little bit.
And that is the most important thing we need to talk about today. Because we live in a world where information is everywhere. Everyone knows sugar is bad. Everyone knows exercise is good. Everyone knows the most important thing we need to talk about today. Because we live in a world where information is everywhere. Everyone knows sugar is bad. Everyone knows exercise is good. Everyone knows sleep matters. Everyone knows scrolling too much is harmful.
And yet, everyone is still doing all the bad things and not doing enough of the good things.
Because knowing something and changing your behavior around it are two completely different things. And understanding why is actually really fascinating.
Okay, why?
Because your brain has two different systems. Think of it like two different people living inside your head.
Two people, okay. Who are they?
First person, the rational brain. This is the part that knows things, that reads articles, that listens to podcasts like this one, that understands consequences, that makes plans and sets goals.
The smart, responsible one.
The smart, responsible one. And second person, the emotional brain. This is the part that acts in the moment, that responds to feelings, that wants comfort right now, that reaches for the phone when you are bored or anxious or lonely.
The impulsive one.
The one that just wants to feel good immediately. And here's the problem. These two parts of your brain are constantly in conflict. And in the moment, the emotional brain almost always wins.
So my rational brain says, put the phone down. You have been scrolling for an hour. But my emotional brain says, just one more video.
And one more video wins every time. Because in that moment, the emotional brain is louder, more powerful, more urgent feeling.
So how do we make the rational brain win?
That is exactly the right question. And the answer is you cannot win by willpower alone, because willpower is a rational brain tool, and you are fighting an emotional brain problem.
So trying harder is not the solution.
Trying harder almost never works long-term, because every time you resist scrolling through pure willpower, you use up mental energy, and mental energy runs out, especially at the end of a long, tired day.
Which is exactly when we scroll the most.
Exactly when? Because at night, your rational brain is exhausted. It has been making decisions all day, managing your emotions all day, and now it has nothing left. So the emotional brain takes over completely.
And the emotional brain immediately goes for the phone.
Goes straight for the phone. This is why so many people say, I do really well during the day, but at night I just cannot stop scrolling. It's not weakness, it's just how the brain works.
So the solution is not about trying harder at night.
The solution is about making it easier to not scroll before you get to that exhausted nighttime state. Setting up your environment, your habits, your phone itself, so that the choice to not scroll requires less willpower.
Make the good choice the easy choice.
Make the good choice the easy choice. Because if your phone is across the room, picking it up requires effort. If your most distracting apps are deleted or hidden, opening them requires effort. And a tired brain avoids effort.
So, use the tired brain against itself.
Use the tired brain against itself. And in our last part, we give you the actual practical things you can do, starting today, right now.
Finally, because I've been sitting here getting more and more guilty about my phone habits for 20 minutes.
Good. That guilt means you care, and caring is the first step.
Okay, last part, let's fix this.
Let's fix this. Stay with us.
Simon, last part. And I want to make this super practical. No big, complicated system, no perfect routine, just simple, real things that actually work.
Yes, please. Simple and real. That is what I need.
Okay, first thing, and this is the most powerful one.
Hit me.
Make your phone boring.
Boring? My phone?
Yes, because right now your phone is designed to be exciting. Colorful icons, red notification badges, infinite interesting content. Everything about it screams, look at me, pick me up, open me.
It is basically a slot machine dressed up as a rectangle.
Exactly. So fight back. Change your screen to grayscale, black and white. Suddenly, everything looks less exciting, less colorful, less urgent.
Wait, that actually works?
Research shows it significantly reduces screen time because your brain is attracted to color and movement. Remove the color, remove some of the attraction.
That is so simple, I would never have thought of that.
Also, delete the most addictive apps from your phone. Not forever necessarily, but from your phone. If you want to check Instagram, you have to open a browser and log in. That tiny extra friction, that tiny extra effort is often enough to stop the automatic habit.
Because the habit is automatic, but the friction breaks the automation.
Breaks it completely. Second thing,
What is number 2?
create phone-free zones in your life.
Like specific places or times where the phone just does not exist?
Exactly. Your bedroom, no phone. Meals, no phone. First 30 minutes after waking up, no phone. Last 30 minutes before sleeping, no phone.
Because those are the most important times, honestly.
The most important, how you start your morning sets your entire mindset for the day, and how you end your night affects your sleep quality completely. Both of those get destroyed by scrolling.
I always check my phone first thing in the morning, like before I even say good morning to myself.
And immediately, before you have even fully woken up, your brain is flooded with other people's content, other people's opinions, other people's lives. And you spend the rest of the day reacting to that instead of living your own.
Starting the day on someone else's terms.
Instead of your own. Third thing,
Go ahead.
replace scrolling with something physical.
Physical how?
When you feel the urge to scroll, do something with your hands instead. Make a cup of tea, go for a short walk, do 10 minutes of stretching, write 3 sentences in a notebook. Something physical, something real.
Because the urge to scroll is usually just, I need a break, I need a moment, I need to decompress.
Exactly. And scrolling feels like rest, but it's not actually rest. Your brain is still working, still processing, still being stimulated. A short walk, that's actual rest. That's actual recovery.
So we're not eliminating the break, just changing what the break looks like.
Changing what the break looks like. And fourth,
Last one.
be honest with yourself about how much you actually scroll.
Check the screen time.
Check the screen time. Most people are shocked when they see the real number because we massively underestimate it. We think 20 times a day, it's 96. We think 1 hour, it's 4 hours.
Seeing the real number makes it real.
Makes it impossible to ignore, and you can't change what you don't measure. So look at your screen time today, right after this episode. Just look, no judgment, just see the truth.
And then decide, is this how I want to spend my life?
Is this how I want to spend my one precious life? Because that's really what this whole episode is about. Not about phones being evil, not about deleting everything and living in the forest.
Although the forest does sound nice sometimes.
It really does. But the point is, your attention is your life. Whatever you give it to, that's what your life becomes. And right now, a lot of us are giving it to a screen without even choosing to.
And this episode is about making it a choice, a real conscious choice.
A real conscious choice. Scroll if you want to, but choose it. Don't let it just happen to you. Don't let a billion-dollar machine make that choice for you.
You are the one in charge, not the algorithm.
You are always the one in charge. You just have to remember that and act like it.
Okay, homework. What is it today, Mia?
Just one thing. After this episode, go to your phone settings, check your screen time for this week, see the real number, and just sit with it for a moment.
No judgment, just awareness.
Just awareness, because awareness, real honest awareness, is always where change begins.
And hey, everyone, drop a comment below. Tell us, how many hours a day do you think you scroll? Be honest, we want to know.
We read every single comment, and we genuinely love hearing from you. And if this episode hit you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it, someone who you've seen scrolling a little too much lately.
Send it to them, lovingly, with care.
Yes, lovingly. And please like this video. It helps so many more people find us. And if you're not subscribed yet,
Come on, hit that button right now. New episodes every single week. You absolutely do not want to miss what's coming next.
all right, everyone, that's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you so much for being here. Truly means everything.
Take care of yourselves, everyone.
Put the phone down sometimes. Look up, look around, and remember, your life is happening right now, not on the screen. Bye, everyone.